Okay guys, welcome to part 2. I just noticed that this arc is way too long. You see how nice and short that is? So I'm going to go back and edit this thing. I am going to just draw a line. And actually, I'm going to see if I can find the center of this. Oh, yeah. So here's my center. And then I'm going to draw a line here. Maybe it's about this big. Oops. Wrong software. Keep on hitting the wrong key here. Enter. And then now I can use that. Oh no, I'm going to mirror that so that I have it perfectly symmetrical. Using this line as my mirror line. And then I will trim. My cutting objects would be this guy. And cut that guy. Cut that guy off and cut that guy off. Poly surface, not the curve. Okay, so you're going to see that I edited this object, which I'll make a copy of. But you're going to see something here. You'll see that I have a hole on that thing, right? So what was the command again? I'd like to hear you all say it. Yes, you are correct. Cap. So I'm going to select that. And then it should throw a cap into any hole. Now, I must tell you that when you use a cap command, the hole must be flat, meaning it's a sharp edge all the way through. If this edge has a curve to it, it will not cap it. You'll have to use another tool for that. You know, it's a little bit more complex, but you can definitely do it. So I can get rid of that, move that again, and of course, we're going to rotate it. But we're going to get into the rotate command. So it would have more finer control. Center point here. Come on, mice. To here. To there. Alright, I think that looks a little more closer to it. So I like that. So we have that now. Let's get to doing this, off-centered Tizio lamp head. So in this case, I'm going to start off with a rectangle that's similar to that shape. And let's make that, I don't know, 4 inches wide. So now you can see it in 3D. Okay. And then now, let's shift it. So I'm going to go Shift Control. And I'm going to just shift it backwards. Kind of give us that head, and then you have that little thing sticking out, so how should we do that? It would have definitely been easier if I could draw it out and then, trace it, but at this point I'm just going to cheat, and cheating is always good. Frankly, it kind of helps you to be more efficient. So I'm going to move that from there to keep that same angle. And then I'm going to come here. Control Shift that sucker. Let's see where I'm at. Let's see if I could. Oop. I need to hit that little white ball. I'm going to align it to the world, meaning bring it normal to XYZ. Which allows me to pull it back like that. And that's too tall, so Shift Control. This time I want to try to align it to the object and see if it works. Nope, it didn't quite do it. Because I want to pull it straight down this way, so I'm going to have to set it myself. So I'm going to say Reset Gumball. Nope, come on. Reset Gumball. Here, let me. Come on. Why is it not allowing me to reset? Or relocate Gumball, sorry. And then here, and I'm going to give it another line here. And then push it up, which is fine. Then I can now pull this down, and maybe it's about that tall. So good. So now I'm going to combine this guy and this guy together to make one solid object. So Boolean union, this guy and that guy. Enter. And now that is one solid chunk. Let's take some time and detail it out. You see there's radiuses here, there's a slight radius here. All the edges have a slight radius, which is really important when you start rendering, because that's where you're going to be able to get a highlight. So let's kind of do that. Let's go here. So basically I do want to make this lamp head the proper width of what it should be. And let me see. Let me draw. I just drew a line so that I can use that to trim off this lamp head so that I can mirror it so that I can get to the exact size that I want. But in the meantime, also I'm going to move this lamp because it should be attached to this part of the arm, I think. But yes, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to leave it a little gap, you know, so that it can pivot and all that good stuff. And I'm going to trim using this line that surface. So now I got a clean lamp, which then I'm going to mirror starting from here. And I don't want to like mirror to anything specific, just because I didn't want it to rotate funky. Did it do it? Yeah, it went somewhere. Oh, duh, I was actually trimming this thing. No, not good. Move it back. I should be trimming this guy here. Oh, which is already in the line, but it's not lined up to the head, so I'm gonna come move that. You know what, guys, it's good for you to see all the craziness during when you're modeling and all the things that you have to think about. And again, you know what, it's good for me because, or good for you guys, because you guys can see, you know, mistakes being made and how to set it up properly. So anyway, so there's that lamp head, and I get to mirror that. And also trying to do a demo live is kind of trick. So anyway, I'm gonna, so now I have a lamp, and it's actually a little bit too thin. I don't want it that thin, but anyway, it'll do it. So I have these in two parts, so I'm definitely going to Boolean them so that they're all one piece. So now it's all one piece. And yeah, I was going to shell it, but if I shell it now, so again, making these mistakes is really good. Zoom, selected. Making these mistakes is really good for you guys to see and learn from, you know, like sequence and strategy. And by the time you have more experience in model making, you'll definitely not make these mistakes as much, or you'll make them and then you'll know how to fix them. But I was going to shell the bottom of this thing so that I can get a thickness. But if I shell it now, it's going to also try to go in here and make this part hollow too. So I really shouldn't have attached that to that. And at this point, let me see. I'll try to fix it. It might be easier for me to undo everything, but I'll try to fix it and edit it. So I'll explode it so that these are all like individual pieces now, including that, which is great. So I'll just pull that apart like that, and I'll join that together so that has a hole. But you see how that has a hole? So that's an easy fix because I can just cap. Oh well, actually I should join them all together first and then cap. Yeah, I really needed that, right? So that I could now shell it. But before I shell it, I want to put all my radiuses in. Like, do I want to do that now? Yeah, no, I don't want to put my radiuses in now. I think I'm gonna, shoot. Yeah, let's shell it. Let's shell it now. Yeah, okay, let's shell it now. So we'll go to shell, pick that, and that. Ooh, they're overlapping? Ooh, that's not good. That's a dirty model. Boy, I am really mucking up this demo. What is that? Oh no, it's not. You're good. Okay. And then we're going to make it a thickness of 0.125, I guess. So there you go. So now I have this shell. And then this one I'm going to cap to make it a solid. Because technically this is also a solid now because of these walls. This is a solid box, if you will. And then now I could move this guy. I hope you're understanding this craziness that I'm going through. So, okay, good. So now I have my shell. And then I'm going to boolean these two together to join them. So now they're all one piece. And then I'm going to now start putting some radiuses on it. So, oops. Dang it. So this guy has a pretty hard radius, and then all the other ones are pretty soft. So let's go to fillet edge. I like to do fillet edge. So let's just kind of fillet this edge. These edges first. And I'm going to reduce 0.15. 0.15, and then let's make this 0.3. Yeah, 0.6. Let's go to 0.6. 0.6, and then click on this dot and type 0.6. So we're good, and then enter. So I get this kind of radius there. It's called a variable radius, and I probably shouldn't have gone 0.16 and 0.15. It should have been more even, but I'm gonna just leave it for now, or I'm gonna just leave it. You guys can fix it. And then we want to radius all the edges, right? So we're gonna go again, fillet. This time I'm gonna try to go fillet. Let me see. Fillet surface. No, actually, I'm going to go fillet edge. So I can control which edge. Chain edges. So I want to radius all of that, and I should have mirrored it later, but I'll just. Oh, it's not digging that. Anyway, then I'm going to go set all. Oh, chain edges. And then set all to a really thin radius, maybe 0.1. And you can see that it does a slight thin radius. Now it's giving me some errors here. We can definitely fix it later, but that becomes really more advanced modeling. I'm going to leave it alone. And zoom selected, so I can rotate around that. I'm going to go again to fillet edge. Chain edges. Boom. And if the model's dirty, and this model might be a little dirty, it's gonna like act weird. But But anyway, it has 0.1 radius on it already from the last command, so I'm just going to say yes. And so now you get this nice little curved radius. Alright, so that's enough of that. We're okay. We're going on 15 minutes on this one too. So I'm going to stop it pretty soon. So let's move this to where it should be, somewhere around here. Okay, let me stop it here and we'll continue on part 3.